The moment she get those chills from the king side of the hills, I was so propane again. I don't know what it means to your chumps, but the team like
masculinity and everything is just an interesting subject to talk about, you know, because I guess men have been embracing our emotions more and more. So back in the day, seeing your father cry was a really big deal.
Yeah.
Seeing a man cry in general. I remember, so a little backstory of my dad. In the 40s in Little Rock, Arkansas, he was a Presbyterian minister, and he got fired because he had to take a break, and the substitute minister he got was black.
Oh shit.
At an all-white congregation, and
yeah,
you know, they fired him after that.
I believe that.
So he really got involved with civil rights, help out as much as he could. He had a good heart and everything, and I'll never forget the day. It was 1968. I was about 10 or 11 years old, and I saw on the news that Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. But I was a kid. So my dad was in the shower, and I run up to him. I was like, Dad, Martin Luther has been shot. Historical European clergyman, we call that from Robin Hood, the
Friar.
Okay. And he was like, what? And he didn't really understand at first. Go find out what really happened. I ran out again, looked at TV, and I came back. He's dead. You know, Walter Cronkite or whatever was, you know, giving the news. And then I heard the shower turn off all of a sudden. And I just could hear my father crying. And I opened the curtain to look inside, and I saw him just sitting in the tub, just bawling. And that's the first time I've ever seen my father cry. And a year later, my aunt died, his sister. And he thought he could do the ceremony, and he thought he could give the eulogy and everything like that. And when he got on stage, he couldn't even get past the first couple words. He just broke down crying. I never saw him cry that hard. And yeah, I'll never forget that.
Seemed like they're both pretty good reasons to cry. Quote from a great Southern rapper, Scarface: "I never seen a man cry until I saw a man die." Early 2000s, maybe. I was like 11 or 12, and we went to see this movie called Hardball. Keanu Reeves is in it. It's about a dude, a guy who coaches like inner city kids baseball, and there's this scene with these brothers, and one of them's like 8, one of them's
brothers, as in like actual
brothers. Yes, okay. Actual brothers related to each other. And there's a drive-by shooting, and they hide, and then the older brother's like, "Come on, let's get out of here," after the shooting, and his brother doesn't respond because he's been shot and he's killed. The whole theater's choking up, and I kind of look up at my dad. He's got a single tear coming down because his older brother was shot and killed. So that's the first time I ever saw that. We didn't talk about it, but and then later,
you didn't even mention it to him.
No, not to my dad. He was a tough guy. His oldest brother died. Big tough guy who was just all messed up from his illness, and I saw him again just cry a little bit there after all they'd been through. Third time, the last time, me and my brother both were kind of screwing up, in school and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and my dad was really frustrated. And then one day he's like fed up, and he's yelling at me, and he's chasing me around the kitchen table, and he can't get at me, and he just, my dad's a big strong guy, he just like boom, just like throws the table over like a movie, just everything goes flying, and he goes up to me, he slaps me, and he starts crying. I gave up my life for you, I did everything for you, and look at you, you're dropping out, you're messing up. And he storms out of the house, he's crying. So you would think that would have completely changed my life possibly, but I was a teenager and I kept kind of fucking up after that.